Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Come on in and let me know if you're around. If you're catching the live, come and say hi. Likewise, if you're on the replay, drop me a little hashtag replay and let me know where you're joining me from and what you think to today's card, tapping, and message. That is a very vibraty phone this morning. It's on a docker. Sorry about that. I don't know if you heard it. So, where are you in the world today? What's going on for you? I am. Thank you. We have a jumper. You can't make this shit up, folks. You can't make this shit up. So if you're new to me, if you're new to the page, wherever you're consuming this, whether that's in Facebook, LinkedIn, or YouTube, you're very welcome here with me in this space, just as you are. Okay. And I want to preface this by saying that there's a very special message came through today. For those of people who don't know who I am or what I do, my name's Emma Starling. I'm the Inner Smile Coach, and I'm a master trainer in emotional freedom technique and energetic expansion. Hey, Yasna, good to see you, love. I'm also a clear channel and an oracle and a psychic. And sometimes big messages come through. I don't always allow them to. Today was not negotiable. And so I want to share that with you, if that's okay. But then for those of you who don't know what this is about, you're on the daily tap. And as a master trainer of EFT, it's my passion to spread it out to the far corners of the world. And my vision is to see EFT as one of the first treatments or the first ways that people look after themselves and to feel better naturally. Hey, Vicky. Hey, Johnny, how are you? And the way that we do that is it's like tapping light, if you like. We pick a card from an oracle, a tarot, or an affirmation deck. Today we're using the Priestess of Light Oracle because it feels right. That's how I pick the cards, the ones that call to me. Hey, Jill, great to see you. Oh, thank you. That's really kind. I'm so thrilled that you're here. Thank you for being here. So we pick a card. One has just literally fallen out of the deck today. And the message is that, whether it resonates or not, that's fine. Take it as it resonates. Leave what doesn't. Before I show you the card, I want to share with you a channeled message that came through. It's beautiful, isn't it, Yasna? It came through for my Academy members. I'm not going to share the whole message to them, but I'm going to share the channeled bit. So for those of you who need to hear this today, and when you've heard this, and then I show you the card, you'll see why I'm telling you this first. And you'll see how this all links together, because everything is energy and everything is connected, right? So the channeled message came through like this. We are in the fire. We are the fire. We're here to invite the healing fire for others. This is a dissolution of everything that is binding us to the 3D version of ourselves and creating an evolution beyond what our physical can currently see. Stay in the room. Whatever happens, we have everything we need to lead the way for others by leading ourselves first. Okay. And the reason that I'm telling you that is because the card that came out was loss and lack. And it's about fear and victimization. Now, there's a lot of collective energy that is taking a lot of people out at the knees at the minute, myself included. It has been, which is why I wasn't on yesterday, because I don't present with shitty energy. Excuse me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read out what this card says. Okay. She doesn't, she's got her eyes closed. She doesn't look very thrilled. We're going to read it out and see what the message is. And I want you to feel into what this says to you. And just notice what happens in your body as you hear the message, because also part of what I do is voice transmission healing. And so just by listening to what I'm saying, there is a resonance that is wafting through your energy field, if you like, pulling out and dissolving things that don't need to be there. And today that's all to do with loss, lack, fear, and victimization. So it says the woman on this card stands alone in anxious judgment. Hey, Lillian, great to see you. In anxious judgment of her life. She focuses on past losses and assumes that there are more to come. With her fan of owl feathers, she attempts to shield herself from potential hurts. Yet the owl on her shoulder can see through her darkness and guide her out of her fear and lack consciousness. Now, there's no judgment when I'm saying this, right? Tune into how this feels for you. The message of this card is clear. No matter what kind of loss you've experienced in the past, it is absolutely necessary to shift your focus now and to redefine your power. Hence the channeled message that came through before I even got this deck out and went live, right? about staying in the room, because you might feel like you're in the fire, but you are the fire, right? That's what this is all about. You are no longer the victim of a threatening world, frightened and unable to direct your own destiny. In fact, since your consciousness creates your reality, this assumption only keeps your energy stuck. The owl encourages you to leave your victim mentality behind and to see the truth of your eternal courage and power. When loss comes up in your life, let yourself grieve, but don't define yourself by that experience. Be willing to take charge and set your sights on real solutions and new directions. When you take action and view your life with optimism and self-honoring intentions, you become the director of, rather than the victim in, your own life. This empowered approach may seem strange to you, and you may not fully trust yourself just yet. That's a big one, right? But this card is telling you that you can no longer live in darkness, isolation, and fear. It's time to let go of your old patterns of people-pleasing and passive acceptance of others' agendas. It's time to take your rightful place as a powerful presence in your world. I do not make this shit up, guys, right? I don't. Sometimes growth isn't about becoming who we are, it's about unbecoming everything that we're not. Absolutely. Absolutely. Hence the channel message about the dissolution of everything in the 3D that binds you, right? And the affirmation is, I let go of feelings of fear and lack. It's safe for me to stand up and make choices that empower me. So I'm going to weave that in, but I'm also going to use the channeled message to tap in. So if you've never tapped before, just tap where I tap, say what I say, and see how you feel. Okay, so you want to take 2 fingers and full responsibility for your own well-being. We start on the inner eyebrow, right at the start here. It's not up on the forehead, right at the start of the eyebrow. Today I let go of feelings of fear and lack. Outside of the eye, right on the corner here. It's safe for me to stand up under the eye and make choices that empower me. Under the nose, I am the fire. Chin, I'm here to invite the healing fire for others. Collarbones, to dissolve everything that's binding me. Under the arm, to the 3D version of myself. Top of the head, and to allow the evolution. Back to the eyebrow, beyond what my physical self can currently see. Outside of the eye, today I choose to stay in the room. Under the eye, no matter what happens. Under the nose, I have everything I need. Chin, to lead the way for others. Collarbones, by leading myself first. Under the arm, so I let go of feelings of fear and lack. Top of the head, because it's safe for me to stand up and make choices that empower me. I'm going to finish on the 3rd eye, right between the eyebrows. So be it, and so it is. Come to a stop, take a nice deep breath. And let go. Okay. So I'd love it if you'd, hey Earl, I'd love it if you'd come into the comments and let me know how that resonates for you. So whether that's the card, which was loss, lack, fear and victimization. Where are you in fear right now? Where are you running away, was the message that I was just given then. Where are you running away when actually you need to stay in the room? I know I had one of those yesterday. I very nearly ran away from something massive because I was so deep in fear and lack. Not victimization, but fear, absolutely. And I forgot myself momentarily. Luckily, I had somebody very close to me pull me back. And remind me of why I'm here, who I am, what I do. And so I want you to tune into that today. Where are you holding yourself back because you're afraid? There's no shame in it. I'm not trying to judge. I'm not trying to point fingers. I'm not trying to make you feel bad. Far from it. Everything I do is about empowering you to feel better no matter what's going on around you. You know that. If you're new to me, you will learn, you'll get to know that because that's what I do. Okay. So take this for what it is, but be honest with yourself about where you might be hiding out of fear and lack. Okay. So if this resonated with you today, I would really love it. And I'd be so grateful if you would like, comment, share, subscribe, whatever it is that helps to get this message out. If it's YouTube, then subscribing to the channel helps the channel grow. If it's LinkedIn, liking and commenting helps other people see it. You can repost, you can share it with people, but with integrity. Don't spam people, obviously. That was wonderful. All resonated. The cards and tapping jointly were really impactful. Glad you remembered yourself. Thanks, Jill. You know, grief is a funny thing, right? So I've never ever known in all my years of doing energy work and everything else, I've never known an emotion, a state like grief, completely pull you off center and away from yourself. However, it's all good. You just do what you need to do, right? So Maria, hey Maria, fear's been quite strong on holding me back, but also attracting other people's energies. Yeah. And it's a big part of being a highly sensitive person, isn't it? Or an empath, you know, whichever you classify yourself as. To me, I see them as one and the same, but some people don't. Yeah, well, then I hope that this is one that you can come back to, you know, a couple of rounds at a time. And if the words didn't quite resonate, then the best thing I can tell you to do is journal around fear and lack and where it's stopping you, and then just tap on the side of your hand while you read out what you've written, because when you read it out, your brain hears it differently when it's out loud. Okay, it's fine to say, you know, and if you can't say it at the moment out loud because you're in an office or whatever, then that's fine. Take time and find a space where you can say it out loud, because the impact is so different. It's so different. Your brain will hear it differently. And you've been going through grief as well. Yeah, my heart goes out to you, Maria. It's not easy, is it? It's not easy, but we have each other. Okay, we have each other. Grief is so powerful. It puts us in a child state. Yeah. Oh, Jill, wow. Thank you for validating that. Yeah, it does. It totally does. And I don't know a massive amount about transactional analysis and family constellations and stuff. I'm learning. But actually and that was part of it last night for me, for the experience, was I recognized that I was in the child state, and I was like, oh, and actually it had been an argument between the child and the parent part of me, and the adult was just sat back going, don't know what to do because of the grief, right? And the child was running amok and the parent was getting arsey, and it's been a hard few weeks. And then last night, poof, that bubble burst. It doesn't mean the grief is gone, but it just means I think I'm back in my adult. Fingers crossed. So hopefully, if you are struggling with fear, lack, grief, whatever it is, and it could be the collective energies, like you've said, Maria, you know, we pick up other people's energies, you know, and it doesn't have to just be an individual. It could be a company, it could be a brand, it could be a city, it could be your village, it could be literally the planet's, you know, collective consciousness. It depends how, and I don't mean this in a sort of hierarchical way, but it depends how tuned in you are, right? If you do a lot of meditation and connection work, then you can probably expand your energy far and wide enough to connect to a lot more people. I don't know. But yeah, it's a really interesting journey, and that's how I think we need to see it. You know, all this pressure to be perfect all the time. Hey, Audrey, all this pressure to be perfect all the time, and not feel this and not crumble in under that. It's all bullshit. It's all bullshit. It's all happening for us, because out of every thing that feels like it's weighing us down comes an evolution. It's another layer stripped off, right? It's another layer stripped off. Absolutely powerful to be repeated. Wonderful. Hey, Sharon, it's great to see you, my darling. Fire is elemental, so destruction, purity, renewal. So maybe write it all down and then burn. Yeah, burning rituals are great, aren't they? I'm a transactional analysis therapist and coach. It's like being in a storm when the younger parts of ourselves take hold. No shit. God, I didn't realize that's what was going on. And then when it burst last night, I was like, oh, fuck, that's what's been going on. Like, so it's crazy. And actually, Jill, I would love to chat with you. I would love to chat with you on a personal level and a professional level as well, actually. So if you've got time, hit me up. I would love to have a chit chat. So I'm going to close out this one because a few more people have joined, by reading out to you the channeled message that came into me this morning. And I just want you to feel into how that feels in your body. It may resonate with you, it may not, and that's absolutely fine. Okay. But it felt important to share it. So here it is again. And if you want to tap on another point while we do this, that's fine too, or while I say it. So if you feel like you're in the fire, know this: we are in the fire. We are the fire. We're here to invite the healing fire for others. This is a dissolution of everything that is binding us to the 3D version of ourselves and creating an evolution beyond what our physical can currently see. Stay in the room, whatever happens. We have everything we need to lead the way for others by leading ourselves first. I say that as much for myself as anybody else, right? So I think that's it for me today. Is there anything anybody wants to add, ask? For those of you who didn't catch the card, it was fear and lack, I think, number 34 in the Priestess of Light Oracle. It's a great deck. But you can watch the replay. And as ever, you can save it, you can do it again, you can share it. With that, I'm going to go and wish you all the love in the world today. Stay in the room. Okay. Bye for now.